Well, finally, all my yelling and screaming has kind of taken some effect here. Proposition 46 in California is coming up for a vote during the midterm elections, and Proposition 46 says hospitals must do drug and alcohol testing of the doctors working at the hospital. Okay, medical negligence lawsuits and initiative statutes are all involved in this bill, but the whole purpose of the bill is to deal with the rampant use of drugs, street drugs and prescription drugs and alcohol by licensed doctors in all states, all counties, all cities, all hospitals, all practice in America. According to Lucian LePay from Harvard Medical School, back in 1982 and again in 2014, 52% of licensed medical doctors are impaired during their workday, 52%, with street drugs, prescription drugs, and alcohol. And so they should, and I've been yelling, they should be tested like truck drivers and athletes and airline pilots. They should be tested when they come in. They shouldn't even be able to get into the door. They have to blow on this thing to show if they have alcohol, the legal limits of alcohol. Then they also have to hand a urine sample through the door and have that tested, and then a blood test, say, once a month, okay, for a good drug screening. And if they are found to be positive on anything, they are sent home, they get their license suspended, and if that happens 3 times, their license gets taken away, and they're done. Game over, and they cannot be licensed in any other state. They can't just hop from state to state. And, of course, why is this important? Why do we need to do this? Well, according to the Institute of Medicine, which is the ethics watchdog for the medical trade, the Institute of Medicine has failed us terribly, but that's what they're supposed to do. And the Journal of the American Medical Association, certainly the most prestigious medical journal in America, maybe even the world, and then the Center for Disease Control, the federal agency that tracks this kind of stuff, in February 5th, 2007, they came up with a figure that said that each year in America, this is a yearly figure, each year in America, medical doctors in their workplaces, we're talking about combined hospitals, private practices, and clinics, and so on, medical doctors kill, injure, and infect 15 million Americans. That's yearly, okay? And then you break it down into, when you're talking about infections, just in hospitals alone is 2 million a year, of which 90,000 die. What if North Korea, what if Iran were to send over intercontinental ballistic missiles with biological weapons and infect 2 million people in the larger population centers of America, kill 90,000? We would immediately declare war. We declare war! And we would vaporize them with nuclear weapons in response. Well, here we have one trade that does this every year in their workplace, and nobody raises an eyebrow. And so I've been yelling for, at the very least, we need drug testing, we need alcohol sobriety testing in these guys, because they do horrendous things. People, women in their 20s come in to have their babies delivered, and these guys cut their arms and legs off because they're under the influence of street drugs and are hallucinating. They take out the healthy lung, leave the cancerous lung in. They take out your eye when they're supposed to do a joint replacement in your index finger in your left hand. They will kill 15,000 seniors each month. That's 180,000 a year when they go in for minor screening tests and screening tests and procedures of some kind. Minor procedures such as a colonoscopic exam. They kill 15,000 a month in American hospitals alone. You look at people like Joan Rivers. She was killed because they did what should have been a minor high-resolution ultrasound procedure in a storefront clinic, without any backup, any support, nobody had even done the procedure before. They did an endoscopic examination of her throat. She had spasms. She went into cardiac arrest. They couldn't help her. She was brain dead, and eventually they pulled the plug on her life support, and she died. Otherwise, she was perfectly healthy. Her voice was just changing a little bit. Joan Rivers, and I'm sure there's going to be a $100 million lawsuit on that one. But you see, who knows? Was that doctor impaired? We have that kid who was, she went in because she had snoring. She was 100 pounds overweight, 12 years old. The doctors messed her up, okay? The anesthesiologist forgot to turn on the oxygen because he was impaired, okay? And I think it was alcohol, all right? And so he forgot to turn on the oxygen, and she was brain dead. And this is totally inexcusable for minor procedures, okay? And this is why this needs to be done. Prop 46 in California, and I hope every state does a similar thing. And we should not have one trade in existence that each year in their workplace they kill, injure, and infect 15 million of their patients, their customers in their workplace. They get a walk. I actually went to the offices of OSHA when I was like 5 years ago when I was in Washington, D.C., and said, I want to make a complaint. I filled out the form. They said, oh, this won't work. I said, why not? They said, well, because we only deal with employers and employees. These individuals are damaged by the doctors and hospitals and clinics. They have to do a lawsuit against them because we only deal with employers and employees, not businesses and customers. So these poor people are helpless, and so we have to have drug and alcohol testing of doctors in every state, every city, every county, every hospital, every clinic, and then we'll feel safer. Not safe, but safer. We'll be back with more Truth, Justice, and the Longevity Way on Dead Doctors Don't Lie after these messages. Okay, we have Billy sitting in for Doug today. And Billy, what pearls of wisdom do you have for us?
Well, I found an interesting story, Doc, on stress and eating. There was a study done at Ohio State University. Researchers found that women who experienced stress in the previous 24 hours burned 104 fewer calories than non-stressed women in the same time frame after eating a high-fat meal, which adds up to the equivalent of about 11 pounds gained annually. They figured stress and depression alter so much in our lives, psychologically and physiology-wise, that no one really looked at the metabolism aspect of this. So Jan Kierholt-Glaser, a professor of psychiatry and psychology at Ohio State University, said the study involved 58 women with an average age of 53. They were given 3 standardized meals the previous day and then were instructed to fast for 12 hours before reporting for their study visit. Then on the day of the study, the women were fed a meal consisting of eggs, turkey, sausage, biscuits, and gravy. The meal, which was 60% fat, was the equivalent of a fast food meal of loaded 2-patty hamburger, French fries, you know the routine. They said that it was really the equivalent of grabbing a fast food meal. That's why they designed it like that. After the women ate their meals, they sat in a semi-reclined bed for the following 7 hours. And researchers monitored their resting metabolic rate, and they also took periodic blood tests. And they found out through this kind of a study that in the ensuing hours, 104 fewer calories were burned than non-stressed women in the same study. Now, it occurs to me that for years now, Doug and I have been listening to you talk about pica and cribbing. Pica and cribbing is basically, animals eating fence posts and, trying to eat rocks and that kind of stuff because they're minerally deficient. I grew up on a ranch, so did you. We've seen this activity. And I thought, well, this sounds to me an awful lot like they're trying to study the human version of this.
Well, you're exactly correct. And, of course, human pica and cribbing is referred to as the munchies, okay? And, of course, that's why well, how would you call it? It's something that people do all the time. When you go visit them, they bring out the cookies and milk for the kids because the kids would gnaw on Grandma's chair. So this turned out to be one of those little customs, I guess is the word I'm looking for.
I was one of those kids.
Oh, he's chewing on Grandma's chair. Okay, well, let's give him some cookies and milk. And so that's where the custom of giving food as soon as these kids walk in the door so they wouldn't chew on the furniture and or eat the dog or whatever. And so there's all kinds of stuff that happens when you're minerally deficient. Number one, you are more susceptible to stress. And, of course, you will have weird stresses and appetites. That's why pregnant women gain weight. And they are legendary for eating weird things. Pickle in the ice cream, dirt, ashes from the stove, that kind of stuff. Tootsie Rolls out of the kitty litter box. That's because they are minerally deficient. And the symptom of mineral deficiencies of any mineral, any of the 60 essential minerals, is the munchies. Now, of course, there are several of these minerals. If you're deficient in any one of them, you're going to be the 300, 400-pound person. If you're deficient in 3 or 4 of these special minerals, you'll be the 700, 800, 1,200-pound person because you're going to eat 28 hours out of the 24 hours. You're going to eat while you're asleep. You're going to eat all the time, and one plateful won't be enough, and your dishes and plates will look like a traffic cone. You'll be stacking up 17 inches high in your plate. Okay, and that's all mineral deficiencies. Certainly stress will make it worse. But thank you so much, Billy, for bringing that one out. Get a hold of the book Hell's Kitchen, and you'll learn about stress and gaining weight. Hell's Kitchen, the book. We'll be back with Dead Doctors Don't Lie for these messages. Okay, Billy, let's go to callers.
All right, Doc, let's head to Texas and Janice. Janice, you're on with Dr. Wallach.
Hello, Janice, you're on the air.
Hi, Dr. Wallach.
Hi, how can we help you?
Hi, how are you? I saw
Nice.
you last year in Delaware, in Newcastle, and I'm in Texas visiting my mom.
Okay.
She's 71. She weighs 123 pounds. She was given a diagnosis of dystonia, and wanted to get some feedback from you regarding that.
Okay, and how does this manifest itself in her? Is she losing her voice?
No, she began with pain in the neck,
Okay.
and then it developed to her left arm, shoulder, and hand.
Okay,
So-
she's showing what's called wry neck. Is she tilting her head to the left side or the right side? Or
No, the neck is fine now. The left shoulder, the left hand, and the left arm are paralyzed.
Okay. All right. And she did not have a stroke.
No, they
Okay.
deemed that she has not had a stroke.
Okay, and did they suggest she might have like spinal stenosis in her neck?
No. Mm-mm.
Okay. Does she have any history of skin problems, any eczema, dermatitis, psoriasis, or rosacea?
No, not that I'm aware of. No skin problems, none of that kind of stuff.
Okay, did she ever have any respiratory problems that you know of, any asthma, bronchitis, or COPD?
No.
Any belly
Does
problems?
have any what problem?
Any belly problems, constipation, diarrhea, irritable bowel syndrome?
Yes, constipation, and she has issues with digestion, and she does not have her gallbladder.
Okay, so they removed her gallbladder, and she continued having digestive problems.
Yes.
Okay, yeah, doctors, when they get belly pain, they always take out their gallbladder, and they still have belly pain because that's not the problem. Okay, this is a Shar thing. Shar, what do you think Janice's mom has?
I know. She has a gluten intolerance, no question about it.
No question about it, okay. And let's see here. Since she has sort of a peripheral neuropathy, okay, on her left-hand side, in her lower part of her neck and her upper part of her back, and is showing up as like a paralysis or loss of function in her left arm, 123 pounds. What would you give this lady?
I would give her the healthy brain and heart pack.
Very good. And what would you do for the disc in between the vertebrae?
I would give her glucogel.
Well, very good. Okay, so let's start out, Janice. Your mom needs to be, since Shar hit the nail on the head with the gluten problem, she got a gluten intolerance is what it is, and we need to rebuild her intestines so she can maximize her absorption of nutrients. We want her to give up all the bad stuff, no fried foods, no exceptions, no processed meats or nitrates, nitrites, absolutely no deli slices, sandwich meats, no sausage, ham, bacon, bologna, salami, absolutely no oils, no olive oil, no coconut oil, margarine, mayonnaise, salad dressings, absolutely no gluten, no wheat, barley, round oats, and that's the dietary stuff. And hang on, Char and I will be back, and we'll give you a nutritional program after these messages. Okay, Billy, we're going right back to Texas and Janice. All right. We got rid of all the bad stuff, no fried foods, no processed meats, no oils, and no gluten, no wheat, barley, round oats, maximum absorption, no inflammation. And as Shar said, one healthy brain and heart pack per month. I'd get her an extra bottle of selenium so she could have 3 selenium twice a day, a half ounce, which is a tablespoon of the OsteoFX Plus at breakfast and dinner, 1 scoop of the Beyond Tangerine 2.0 NutriCrystals at breakfast and dinner, 3 of the EFA Pluses at breakfast, and 3 of the EFAs at dinner time. All that would be accomplished by the 2 bottles of selenium, and also 1 healthy brain and heart pack. I would also throw in 2 bottles of glucogel, as Shar said. That would be 5 at breakfast, 5 at lunch, 5 at dinner. The purpose here for that is to support and promote healthy maintenance, repair of cartilage, ligaments, tendons, connective tissue, disc between the vertebrae, very important here. And then give us a call every 2 weeks. let us know how your mom is doing, and we'll, walk you through this. This seems pretty straightforward, pretty simple. Okay, Billy, do we have time to start another one here?
Yes, sir, we do. Let's go to Virginia and Constance. Constance, you're on with Dr. Wallach today.
Hello, Constance.
Dr. Wallach, good afternoon.
Yes, ma'am. How can I help you?
Yes, I'm using your product and I'm telling people about it. My auntie, they just told me that she has diabetes, she's overweight, she has amputation of her leg, one of her legs is not healing. They need this product and I don't know which one to recommend.
Okay, so she has type 2. Okay, so she has type 2 diabetes. Does she have high blood pressure?
Yes, high blood pressure, obesity, amputation, diabetes.
Okay. And does she have any, bowel problems?
I don't know. That's what they told me.
Okay. And you said BCT. I don't know what that is. What is BCT?
I said that diabetes.
Oh, diabetes. Okay. And any asthma, bronchitis, any respiratory problems?
No.
Okay, but she does have some constipation.
I'm not sure. I didn't ask about that.
Okay. Yeah. Okay, what does your auntie weigh?
I don't know her weight. She's 75 years old.
Is she your size or bigger or smaller?
She's the last time I saw her, she was like a medium-sized, middle-aged woman. That's been several years ago. She's in Africa. I'm here in Virginia.
Okay. Yeah, where are you from originally? You from Haiti or where are you from?
I'm from Nigeria.
Nigeria, okay. Okay, yes. Very, very good. Okay, we're glad you're here safely. Thank you. Okay, Shar, what would you do this for this lady that has diabetes? Let's say she weighs 150 to 170 pounds, medium-sized woman.
She would need 2 of the healthy blood sugar packs.
And what would you do for the high blood pressure?
And she needs Ultimate Daily for that.
Absolutely. Okay, Constance. Okay, well, hang on. We got to run to those message moments. We get your pen and paper out. We're going to come up with a program for your auntie after these messages. Okay, Billy, we're going right back to Virginia and Constance. And as Shar said, you want to get on. You want your auntie to be on 2 what we call the healthy blood sugar packs. It'll be 3 of the sweeties at breakfast and dinner. They're designed to support and promote healthy blood sugar. They're designed to support and promote healthy metabolism of sugars and carbohydrates and fats at the cellular level. And so, again, 2 healthy blood sugar packs per month, 1 full dose of the sweeties, that's 3 at breakfast, 3 at dinner, 1 ounce of the OsteoFX Plus at breakfast and dinner, 2 scoops of the Beyond Tangerine 2.0 NutriCrystals at breakfast and dinner, 3 of the EFA Pluses at breakfast and dinner, and then for the high blood pressure, 1 bottle a month of the Ultimate Daily Tablets, 3 at breakfast, 3 at dinner, and they're designed to support and promote healthy blood pressure. They're designed to support and promote healthy blood through obstructed arteries. And then this is going to be a lifetime thing for her, okay? And that's because in modern times we don't do the things that our ancestors used to do. And it wouldn't hurt, again, for you to send her the book, and you read the book also, Hell's Kitchen, so you understand exactly what's happening to somebody with type 2 diabetes and high blood pressure. Okay, Billy, let's go to callers.
All right, Doc, let's head to Texas and Jane. Jane, you're on with Dr. Wallach.
Hello, Jane, you're on the air.
Hi, Dr. Wallach.
Hi, how can we help you today?
I need to know, well, first of all, I have a 7-year-old granddaughter, and she has eczema. It's on her ankles, and it's very severe. I would like to know the test for gluten intolerance. I think at one time you said there was a test for that.
Okay, well, how much does she weigh?
55 pounds.
55?
Yes.
Is she 7 years old?
Yes.
Okay, 55 pounds. Does she have any respiratory stuff, any bronchitis or asthma?
No.
Does she have any bowel problems, constipation or diarrhea?
No, but she was, her mother has, or the doctor that she has, gave her a gut test to see if there's the vitamins and minerals are being absorbed in the stomach, you know, where they gather the feces and it's tested.
Yeah. And?
Oh, that was just taken. The results aren't back yet.
Oh. Okay. Well, I guarantee you she's nutritionally deficient if she has eczema. And what would be your opinion, Shar?
I would say definitely she's got a gluten intolerance because that eczema is definitely a sign.
Yep. Well, eczema, psoriasis, rosacea of the face, these sort of things are actually due to nutritional deficiencies. Psoriasis is a deficiency of 5 or 6 nutrients, but dermatitis and eczema and rosacea is a deficiency of omega-3s. And a big clumsy molecule, and sometimes you get asthma with it, sometimes you don't, but the skin problems are always due to a omega-3 essential fatty acid deficiency. Oftentimes there's gut problems. Are there any brothers and sisters to this child?
Yes, a twin and an older sister, 2-year-old sister.
Okay, well, tell me about the twin. Is it identical twin or?
No, a fraternal twin, and she doesn't have the problem.
Doesn't have any problems?
No.
What about the older granddaughter?
No.
Nothing?
No.
What about the mother? What about the mother?
She's no eczema.
Does she have any respiratory problems? Constipation, irritable bowel syndrome? Did anybody have their appendix out?
No, she just had surgery, though, for an ovary.
Ovarian cyst?
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Okay, well, Shar said this little granddaughter has a gluten intolerance. Both your other granddaughters have gluten intolerance. And your daughter has gluten intolerance, if this is your daughter, or is your daughter-in-law? Yeah, okay. Well, then you need to check out her mother, and let me know about her mother and her siblings. And if she has sisters, her sisters' children, her nieces and nephews from her sisters, and you'll be amazed at the trail that you're going to find. So,
I have another question.
Well, let me. Is this about the same child?
It's about proportions. I don't know what BID and QID and TID mean.
Oh, BID means twice a day, TID means 3 times a day, and QID means 4 times a day. All those medical abbreviations are in the book Let's Play Doctor. If you're going to be taking care of your grandkids, you need to get a hold of the book Let's Play Doctor, so you can, because it's shorthand. Instead of writing 75 words, you just put 3 letters. Okay, so it's just medical shorthand.
What's autoimmune urine therapy?
Well, that's where you inject urine into somebody or they swallow it. There's 10 pages on that in the book Let's Play Doctor, so get that book. Okay?
I have it. Okay.
Good. Yeah, read it. Okay, now, here where we're going to go. For 55 pounds, a kid with gluten intolerance has skin problems. I'd go ahead and get her one of the healthy heart and brain packs, and that would last her 2 months. Give her a half a dose of everything each day, and you can cut that in half so she can, in reality, get a quarter of a dose of breakfast and dinner, and so that one healthy brain and heart pack will last her 2 months. Keep her away from all the bad stuff, the fried foods, the processed meats, the oils, and the glutens. No wheat, barley, rye, and oats. Everybody in the household, including the dog and the cat and the bird and the fish, mother-in-law, mom, dad. But find out about her mother, find out about her mother's siblings and the children of the female siblings, okay? And then call me back. Okay, Billy, let's go to callers.
All right, let's head to South Carolina and Alan. You're on with Dr. Wallach.
Alan, you're on the air.
Yeah, this is wonderful. My niece suffers with polymyositis, and she's been suffering with it for about 10 years now.
How old is she?
She's 26 now.
Okay, and how much does she weigh?
About 75 pounds.
She's 26 years old?
Yeah.
And she weighs 75 pounds?
Yeah.
Is she in a wheelchair or use a walker?
She's right now. She's not ambulatory at all. She's in the bed right now. She's taking feeding tubes. And she's in pretty bad shape.
Okay, was she ambulatory as a teenager and she's degressed, or has she been in trouble since she was born?
No, early preteen, she started showing signs, and then as throughout her teens, she was in a wheelchair.
Okay, was she ever tested for muscular dystrophy?
I don't know.
You might check that. Yeah, you might check that out. But at any rate, polymyositis means multiple zones of muscle inflammation, muscle pain, muscle dystrophy. Does that kind of say what you're saying there?
Yes, polymyositis.
Yeah, I know it very well. Yep. Okay. So what you need to do for yourself and her parents, and for her, you need to get the book Rare Earths Forbidden Cures. It goes in great detail in the chapter 11 under selenium. Okay, then
And you said the book is called Rare Earth.
Rare Earths, like the planet we're on, Earth. Rare Earths, Forbidden Cures. Okay, then I would get the book Epigenetics. Okay, the book Rare Earths, Forbidden Cures came out in 1994. There's actually pictures of this stuff, microscopic pictures as well as pictures of kids with a problem. And then Epigenetics is a 20-year update, okay, on it. Now, hang on. We'll be back, and we will give you a program for this gal after these messages. We're back with Dead Doctors Don't Lie on the ZBS Radio Network. Dr. Joel Wallach here for Youngevity, Knife for Life Crusade. And let's see here. Billy, let's go back to South Carolina. And Alan, are we done with them?
You were going to give a program. Finish the
Yeah,
program.
that's what I thought here. Okay. So, okay, Alan, here goes the program. 75 pounds. I dose her for 100 pounds. If she's being fed with a G-tube or IV?
Say that again?
Is she being fed through a gastric tube or through intravenous? Or can she eat through a G-tube? Yeah, okay.
G-tube, yes.
Yeah, okay. So she can be given this through the G-tube, and I would go ahead and give her one healthy brain and heart pack per month, give her an extra bottle of selenium so she could take 3 selenium twice a day, have her take a tablespoon of the Osteo FX Plus twice a day, one scoop of the Beyond Tangerine at breakfast and dinner. It'd be all 3 of the EFA Pluses at breakfast and all 3 of the EFAs at dinner. All will be taken care of by one healthy brain and heart pack per month and one extra bottle of selenium. I would also give her 2 meals a day of our Slender FX shake. It's a protein shake. I'd have her add 2 eggs in each one, total of 4 eggs a day, and make it with heavy whipping cream as opposed to water. Whip that up and you put that through the G-tube. Doesn't matter if it's chocolate or vanilla because you can't taste it. But you got to watch the Ensure and the other liquid supplements, meal replacers that the hospital will give her, because they're going to be 40 to 60% oil, which will cause more damage to the muscles and more damage to the brain. She should not have Ensure or any of these other meal replacers that have oil as their basis for calories. Okay, because this is going to cause more free radical damage. Let's see here. I would also give her the Immortalium. I'd give her 2 of those tablets a day, 2 with the breakfast dose on the Slender FX meal, and 2 with the dinner dose. They have to be ground up and put through the tube with everything else. Okay, that's the Immortalium. And they're going to encourage stem cells to begin to rebuild things, including the muscle and cartilage and ligaments and everything. And so give us a call on that one, because sometimes you see some pretty incredible improvement with these kids. And I deal a lot with the people who have muscular dystrophy, myositis, polymyositis, polymyalgia, and those kind of things. And they can show very, very significant recovery very quickly. So please do keep in touch every week or 2, and we'll walk you guys through this. Okay, Billy, how much time we have here?
Got about 2 minutes.
Okay, 2 minutes. We have another caller?
We do, actually. We can go to Audra in California. Audra, you're on with Dr. Wallach.
Hello, Audra. How
Hi,
can we help?
Dr. Wallach. I have a quick question for you.
Okay. Go for it.
What would you suggest for hyperparathyroidism?
Okay, hyperparathyroidism is caused by a severe calcium deficiency. It'll be indicated by high parathyroid hormones in the blood and also high calcium values. Normal calcium runs from 8.5 to 10.5. You can get up to 12 and 14 and 20, and doctors freak out and say, no more calcium, no more calcium. Well, the calcium is high because the parathyroid gland is pulling calcium out of the bones. How much does this person weigh?
So it's me. I weigh 146.
Okay, 146.
Yes, I've had 2 surgeries.
For what? What surgeries? Kidney stones or what?
Just parathyroidism.
They've taken your parathyroids out?
2, yes.
Yeah, your doctors should go to jail for that. That's like taking somebody's heart out, when they have a heart attack, but not giving them a replacement heart, okay? Okay, and so that's exactly the wrong thing to do. What you need is 2 healthy bone and joint packs per month, Stay away from all the bad stuff, including carbonated drinks or alkaline water during meals, an hour before, during, or hour afterwards. No alkaline water, no carbonated drinks, even ones you think of as being benign. And then 2 healthy bone and joint packs per month. 1 ounce of the OsteoFX Plus at breakfast and dinner. 2 scoops of the Beyond Tangerine 2.0 at breakfast and dinner. 3 of the EFA Pluses at breakfast and dinner. And 15 glucogel a day, 5 at breakfast, lunch, and dinner. And fire your doctor. Okay, get a hold of the book Rare Earths Forbidden Cures and get a hold of the book Epigenetics. And you read up on hyperparathyroidism, you will weep at what those doctors have done to you. But we can make it right. Well, thank you, Shar. Super job as usual. Thank you so much, Billy and Richard, for sitting in for Doug's superlative job. And God bless all of our troops. God bless our Navy SEALs, and God bless America.